And welcome to Thursday nights.
Hi, everybody.
Into our kitchen. I'm Nikki.
I'm Chili.
And we're still the Davises.
We are definitely still the Davises.
It's, when we celebrated our 19th wedding anniversary, did we even go live? We went live that night, didn't we?
I think so.
I think we did.
Yeah.
We celebrated our anniversary that week, 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're still kicking, and
Yeah.
There are no storms in sight, so internet connection is good, unlike last week.
Well, last week I don't think actually it was the storms. I think it was the router.
Well, whatever it was bad.
It was on our
so
fault.
We know that. But I left the video for what it was. So tonight, hopefully everything's going to go much better.
Hopefully it's not fuzzy, and you can hear us real well, and you can see us real well.
If not, let us know.
And
so
somebody can tell us if they.
Yeah.
How it's looking.
So what are we doing tonight? I've been hungry for German food. I get that way every now and then.
You're like always hungry for German food.
It's in the DNA.
It is in the DNA.
So we're gonna do a little German food that I was gonna fix earlier in the week, and I never got around to it because, well, we smoked a whole lot of ribs for Memorial Day, and we've been eating them ever since. So
we did.
So German meatballs and fried potatoes and a little red cabbage that we'll talk about when we get there.
And what's the German pronunciation of the potatoes?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that one I can't do.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to even look at. Can't do that one off the top of my head, folks. So sorry.
Yeah.
There are a few varieties of meatballs. The one we're doing tonight is Frikadellen.
As long as it's freaking delicious, it's all that matters.
Midwest girl here trying to speak German, not a good idea.
What?
Frikadellen.
Oh, Frikadellen?
Or
Frikadelicious?
Yeah, that'll work too.
Okay. All right. Frickin' delicious is what this is going to be.
We're going to call them German meatballs. I am not good at languages, and I freely admit that.
That's okay.
I can, however,
cook it. You can cook it.
And I can read the cookbooks.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what counts right now.
It's all that matters.
What are we drinking though? We're hitting a little outside it.
We're going off course with the German course tonight with drinks. So it's June, and June is the official start of summer. We've passed Memorial Day, so all you ladies can wear white. Isn't that right? White pants?
Sure. I don't pay attention to those rules. Those are like way old school
Okay.
rules. We're white when
so it's summertime. We're going to drink something a little bit lighter, a little bit
summerier,
more summery, and allow you to go outside in the heat and more refreshing drinks. So we're also going to aim for, because I know Germany likes its beer, but so do the English. So we have some Schlafly's English Pale Ale, not India Pale Ale, but English Pale Ale.
Difference.
Little difference.
Big difference.
Yep. So we have a Schlafly's English Pale Ale, and we're going to turn this into a shandy. Actually, I'm going to turn this into two different types of shandies. One is the original shandy, and then one will be a summer shandy. So each of us will get one. So to make a shandy, it's pretty much another one of my favorite types of drinks. It's half and half. So I'm pretty much pouring one beer, and these aren't going to be 12-ounce glasses.
They are not 12-ounce glasses.
So
we're going to
split that beer pretty evenly.
They're 1950s mid-century
Pilsner-esque
glasses that I found at my favorite junk store.
Yeah.
But what's so special about Schlafly's?
Well, Schlafly's is, I have no idea.
Well,
St. Louis, other than St. Louis.
Close to home, yeah.
It's close to home. It's a little, it's a macro beer now, more or less.
Well, I know, but it's still
not,
close to home.
It's not a micro brewer anymore.
I mean,
it's close to macro.
Anheuser-Busch is close to home too, but they don't count anymore.
No, they don't count. Actually, now that they've been bought by the German company.
Oh.
They were bought a long time ago.
Oh, InBev, yeah. The
Dutch German company.
Well,
So my other half of this, I need some.
Oh, I
I know. I was waiting for you.
I froze one, so hopefully it doesn't blow up on you.
That's okay. I need a ginger beer for the original shandy. And then the summer shandy. What we're really doing is we're extending these beverages by putting a non-alcoholic drink on top of an alcoholic drink. And
So in other words, you can drink more.
You can drink more. You can have a little bit less buzz for drinking one. And then the summer shandy, you use, instead of ginger beer, you use a lemon lime cola.
Or in my house, we use Sprite Zero.
Yep. Lemon lime cola, Sprite. And there you go. Now you have.
Which one do you want?
We'll swap them back and forth.
Okay.
So.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I got the summer one, don't I?
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be good.
I like that.
Yeah. Could use a little bit of a stir, but you gonna try that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I can get a straw and stir them.
Okay.
We do have a stir stick somewhere.
Oh, a little stir stick there.
There you go. Yeah, I got a whole lot of Sprite in that.
Yep. Stir your shandies up. So this
Otherwise,
is
you get a big, yeah.
big glurg of non-alcoholic beverage, and you don't want that. You want some booze in there, especially if you're watching our show. You definitely want booze.
Forgotten which is which now.
This is yours.
That's the summer.
That's the summer.
I want to try the not summer.
That's good.
I think I prefer. I don't know. That's a toss up.
That's good. Either way.
There's a definite difference in
This is a sweeter,
lighter.
Yeah.
This is heavy on the ginger.
Yeah, but that's good. I like being heavy on the ginger.
Okay. You are a bad boy.
What?
Folks, he's only had like 2 sips.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Ginger.
Redheaded. One of you.
My bangs are in my face.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there we go. That's your drink.
Super simple, guys.
It is. It's kind of like doing the spritzers with wines.
Oh yeah.
It's along the same line. You're extending the booze and making it a little easier to refresh with.
Or something.
Yeah.
In other words, more to drink.
Yeah, more to drink.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Yummy. Okay, I guess I'll cook and drink at the same time.
Might as well. I'll just drink and watch at the same time. I like that too.
I like these. I like my Pilsner glasses too that I found at my favorite junk store.
There you go.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, you're welcome.
So, meatballs. Sugar's barking.
She can bark.
The ones that I'm making tonight are pretty simple. I mean, if you've made meatloaf or made meatballs before, it's the same concept, different spices because we're in a different country. Typically here in the Midwest, when we make meatloaf and even meatballs are kind of the same recipe for most of us, I think. It's a lot of ketchup and a lot of tomato and maybe some Italian spices and some garlic, and that's kind of the basic seasonings that go in. This is very different. So
not a lot of ketchup?
No ketchup.
Awesome. I love this.
Mustard.
That's even better.
Actually, mustard powder tonight. Mustard.
Okay.
And horseradish.
That sounds even better. To hell with those other
And if you
meatballs.
want to get me the horseradishy German mustard, I'll use that too. Okay, so anyway, I'll track there. Sorry.
I gotta find it.
The narrow, long crisper.
Okay.
In the front, it's the smaller tube. Okay, so I have a half a cup of breadcrumbs soaking in about a quarter cup of milk here. That's sort of the standard for meatballs and meatloaf. Or
Isn't?
Yeah, thank you. Or a piece of bread or 2 pieces. However, whatever combination you learn from your mom and grandma to do, that's fine. Onion, this is not all going in, but we're going to mince some of this. If you don't have onion or don't want that heavy of a flavor, onion powder will work also. Here, have a whole lot of things going on. 1 teaspoon each of mustard powder, dried marjoram, dried parsley, just shy of a teaspoon of white pepper, half a teaspoon of dried dill and salt. And I'm also going to put in a little bit of actual mustard just to kick
Hold that the other way around.
Oh, sorry. Did I hold it upside down backwards?
Yeah, that way they can see the name.
Thank you.
Baltzner?
Yeah, shipped direct from Germany, thanks to
Florian?
my German brother. And then an egg, of course, to bind it all together. And I'm going to, sorry, I'm going to shuffle a few things here to get the rest of it going. To get this onion, I'm going to use the rest of the onion in my potatoes. But, so we're going to cut in half because I'll use, in fact, most of this is going to potatoes. We'll set that one aside. We've talked about cutting onions before. I'm not going to grate a whole bunch of this, but I'm going to peel it, and I'm just going to grate kind of this edge into my meat mixture as soon as I can get it.
The audience has moved in.
My children are watching.
Yeah.
In other words,
Yeah,
my four-legged children.
yeah, they can be seen on camera now.
So, tell us what you guys are having for dinner. Food or beverage. We take either.
Yeah. I like hearing about the beverages everybody's having.
I do too. Okay, so I'm just going to grate roughly a tablespoon, and I'm using, this is actually a Rachel Ray contraption. I love it because it sits on whatever you want it to sit on, quite frankly, and these are wide enough that it covers easily a 12-inch frying pan or bowl. They're grippy, so they sit. Two different size graters. I'm going to use the smaller one, and again, I'm just going to grate right into the pan.
Bowl.
Bowl, sorry.
Yeah.
Or the pan if you want to.
Yeah.
For whatever you're cooking. Until we've got.
Debbie is eating rainbow chard with parm and lemon, tomato and cottage cheese.
She got that.
No, there's no meat in that. There needs to be a meat in there.
Okay.
And that's who we got watching so far right now.
That's okay.
Are we better graphically? Are we better sound-wise? How are we looking?
You guys can't see, I don't think. Most of it fell kind of in here. This grater gets it pretty fine too. But again, if you don't want to go to all that trouble, then onion powder works just as well.
No.
Okie dokie.
Thank you for the heads up on the presentation.
What now?
Sounds and looks good.
Oh, good. Awesome. Okay. So in here, we didn't talk about this. I have 1 pound of ground beef, 1 pound of ground pork. Typically, these are made with veal or some combination of the three or of two. Veal is not necessarily something we can get our hands on easily. I mean, I could if I really wanted to go to some effort to do it, and I don't. So
we're not using it.
No, so we're ground pork and ground beef here. So onion is in. I'm going to put in all of my spices.
There's some spices.
We've already talked about those.
More.
I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of the actual mustard. This has a horseradish flavor to it, so
it's good.
Pick that flavor profile up. Or you could just add horseradish.
Or you could add horseradish.
Breadcrumbs, and if we need more, we'll use more. Those soaked up for a while.
Yeah, they did.
I am a firm believer in using my hands to deal with ground beef.
That's why we have a clean sink behind us.
Yep. And 1 egg should be plenty. This will make probably 8. We'll say 6 to 8. Would you turn my pan on? Because I have 3 tablespoons of butter melting in my pan. Now, these particular meatballs.
I'll put it on medium.
Thank you. Yeah, because I'm just trying to melt butter.
Whoa.
These are actually more patties than they are meatballs. So when we think of a meatball here in the U.S., we think of something that's about 1 inch and somewhere near that size.
It's a big one.
Unless they're giant meatballs you get at the Italian restaurant. These are 2, maybe 3 times that size and a little bit flatter. Northern part of Germany, and in fact kind of common across in Scandinavian areas as well. And from what I have been able to discern, the precursor to our American hamburger.
Oh.
Okay. Now, I'm also a firm believer in not over mixing my meat because I don't want it to get dried out and tough when I cook it.
You don't want to handle the meat too much.
No, you don't really. You don't want it to dry out. However, I have seen German chefs make these and just obliterate the meat. Like it's taste for by the time they're done with it. We're not going to do quite that much.
Don't overhandle your meat.
No. Okay. Yeah, would you turn that up so that butter melts a little faster, please?
Yep.
And in the process, would you also, because my hands are,
Yep.
that pan right there.
This one here?
Yeah. Because I'm going to make all of these. Sorry, we're rearranging a little bit. And would you spray that with some of that right there?
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
On the paper?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And my hands are really sticky, so not a lot, just a little bit of coat.
There you go.
And then one last thing.
Yep.
This bowl right here.
Yep.
Would you put some water in it? Because my hands are like,
You're fine.
I'm going to have trouble
I can
making
do
these.
whatever you need me to do.
Okay. So we're going to score these and get about 8
There you go.
little, okay, well, we're going to get 8 big balls out of here. And yes,
As ACDC said. ACDC likes big balls, you know.
Okay. So the reason for the water is to make this less sticky. Okay. Now, pork and beef, and this is fatty, so these are going to render some fat out in my frying pan. All right, you can turn it down to medium. All right, so
It is on medium.
rolling of the balls. Hopefully I'm not making you dizzy. So that's a giant meatball. And if you went to an Italian restaurant and had meatballs and spaghetti, you might get those that big.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. Once you make the meatball, just flatten it a little bit. Not like, wafer
Hello, Miss
thin
Joe.
patties, but people who like Salisbury steak in the U.S., this is, somewhat similar to that, only we're not doing a brown gravy.
Nope. No brown gravy.
I'm going to make a horseradish cream sauce similar to what I use with steak when I do it. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, notice I am making them all before I stick a single one in the frying pan.
That's right.
That will ensure that I have, sorry, I'm trying to play with my balls underneath the camera here.
At least they're your balls.
Yeah, exactly.
That might get us kicked off YouTube.
Just saying it might get us kicked off YouTube.
Community standards and all.
Something like that. So I'm making them all at once, and we'll put them all in the pan at once. That will ensure that they all cook at the same pace. And it would take, 10 minutes, 15, somewhere in that neighborhood. And I have a big enough frying pan, I think I'll be able to fit all of them in there.
Yeah, that's good beer.
They're going to be, somewhat charred on the outside. One thing I've learned just interacting with German friends is they like things charred, not like burned, but charred, really well charred, like bratwurst, or like black on the outside.
Odd people.
We're getting there.
All right, I'm just waiting. I'm going to turn this down a little bit so that we don't brown the butter.
Yeah, we don't want to brown the butter. If you don't want to use butter, use olive oil, or if you want to, or some kind of oil, but olive oil is fine. Actually, I would use canola oil with these so you don't pick up olive oil flavor, but or lard. If you have access to that.
Yeah, some bacon fat would be good.
Bacon fat would work too if you have enough of that laying around. I'm just rolling. Hopefully not making folks dizzy. We have a new camera set up over the stove.
We do. You'll get to see it here very shortly.
Make some room.
Not really, because you just put that last one straight in.
I actually have
enough for 9.
I have enough for one that we can test.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, no, I'll just cook it for the doggies.
There we go. The dogs can have one.
They kind of fell apart on me a little bit. Okay. So now we're going to jump over to the frying pan.
What about the other one? The little one?
I'll do it when I get all these in.
Oh, okay. There we go.
And if you lay it down and you hear that sizzle, you're good to go. And the more you cook, the easier it is to know when your pans are hot and ready before you know, I don't do a whole lot
I'm
of
back on low. You cook it back up?
Yeah, a little bit maybe.
We're medium low.
And I am just going to make enough room for my last one.
There we go.
And
A puppy dog one.
a puppy dog one. But I'm going to just fit right there and let it cook faster because I flat bit quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Would you turn the hot water on for me, please?
Yep.
This is what I do in the kitchen when I'm working by myself. I use all body parts nearly. Oh, that's not anywhere near hot. We're gonna have to stand here. The memento. Chili can talk to you.
Yeah. So is anybody else having a cocktail tonight? We have a nice collection of shandy going on tonight.
Oh, those are good too.
I'll have to make another one here in a moment. So we've got the burgers going here. Meatballs. What do you want me to turn the red cabbage on?
Yes, please.
All right.
I'll talk about that red cabbage in a minute. After I get my
It's on medium.
bowl.
Medium, okay?
All right, clean as I go, guys. So.
Yeah. Makes cleaning up later a whole lot easier.
Yeah. Yes, and when we're live, I cook like I normally cook.
Yeah.
If I were doing a video, I'd let it all stack up, but
We're not doing that. We're cooking.
okay.
Because we're going to eat dinner right after this is over with.
Yes. Okay, so in front of you, you can see these guys are going. I'm going to leave them about 5 minutes on one side. Temp these when you think they're done. If you're not quite sure, use the thermometer, and I'll do that with one just to remind you guys how to do it. But you're looking at, I don't, what do you want it? You want a medium rare?
Medium.
I mean, you've got
sort of close to medium because you got the sausage.
beef and pork. Okay,
yeah.
So if it were just pork, I would tell you to cook it to 140, 145. That's probably where we're going to land with these, so they're not quite, well done as far as beef is concerned. So 5 minutes, I'll flip them and then we'll check them a little bit after that. So here I have, direct from Germany, thanks again to my German brother, jarred red cabbage with apples. So we're cheating tonight and using that. I'm going to heat that up and then I'll switch things out and show you potatoes. I remember I cook my potatoes ahead of time and kind of keep them for the week if I know I'm going to use a bunch, and that's what I have tonight. So fried potatoes are going to come together real fast at the end. God, that's good.
I know. That's why I finished one.
Bottled shandies are not this good, guys.
No, they aren't.
And you can totally cheat, by the way, and use the jar of red cabbage. And you can eat it right out of the jar if you want to. I added a little bit more sugar to this just because I like mine super sweet. Or honey would work, or whoops. I dropped.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's yummy. Okay. And we're just kind of, I don't know, those guys. Let's see what my little one's doing. Oh yeah, let's see, that's perfect right there. Totally perfect. Oh. I'm like sucking my nails so you can make another one. Sorry.
Well, because that's the only Sprite I have.
Oh, there's more Sprite down there.
It's anymore. It's not cold.
Let's see. So we can talk about potatoes while these are cooking.
Yeah, why not?
I'm not ready to cook them yet, but. And then we can make horseradish cream sauce here a little bit too.
Yep.
Un momento. Okay. So potatoes.
We just shift you back to the.
Yeah. Is skin on okay for tonight?
Of course.
Okay. Put them in. Okay. So these guys already cooked. These are just russet potatoes. And for fried potatoes, I'm usually shy of half an inch thick. And again, already cooked. So, and these probably are a little bit over for fried potatoes. So my potatoes will most likely fall apart.
That's great. That's why I like them.
Don't care. If I do these for breakfast, I see that one already fell apart. I do. I fry them with bacon. Tonight I'm just using bacon grease and some onions, which is how my grandma always made them. She always did. We ate them for breakfast, but she fried them with onions. That one fell apart too. In bacon grease, and we had bacon on the side for breakfast. So
you need a flip or anything?
Probably. Can you flip them with that, or you want to?
Flip with it. Maybe. Oh, yeah, nice little crust on that one.
Beautiful crust.
Yep.
So we're about 5 minutes there. Anyway, we always had a whole lot of bacon on the side, so she didn't fry bacon with them, but we had bacon grease. Always. She kept it in a coffee tin on the side of the stove, so it was always
Look at that.
kind of melty already. Don't do that if you keep it in a mason jar in the refrigerator, because it will go bad if you don't use it fast enough. All right, so there's our potatoes.
Oh, I'm going to show them the crusty side real quick.
Go for it. I'm going to cut this.
There. You want to give them a little talking to?
Yeah.
About the crust?
I will absolutely.
All right.
As soon as I find my game. Okay. So these are actually really perfect. And this little guy is probably done already. I'm going to pull him off. So nice crust. Butter helps that along. You can see right here, it's still relatively pink, so they're not done yet. Once you see that pink disappear on the sides, a few more minutes, and I would tempt them to see where you sit.
Yeah.
But see too how much, there's quite a bit of fat.
Pick one up and shove it up there to the camera.
I don't want to lose it.
Oh. You already said I'll do it.
I'll do this way. There we go.
Things like that. To see how you kind of see the pink over here as far as on your tongue.
Well, I don't want it to. Yeah, I know. It's okay. But yeah, you can.
Still a little bit pink on the outside there.
Good. Oh, good.
Going back to
Okay.
back to your table.
I'm gonna slice. You can slice onions however you want to, as far as size wise. That's the onion that I use to mince into the cast. So with that one, I slice into like wedge slices. This one I'll show you. trying to get more of a ring slice, and we'll just have both in our potatoes tonight. As I get the peel off. Oh, that's the sugar. I'm like, I feel like I got something.
Keep open, so.
Yeah. This one, if you slice across this way, you're going to get more of the moon shape, half moon shape. You guys, up to you. What do you want in your potatoes? And that mostly is me not wanting to roast that onion. Okay, so that's going to go in. My cabbage is hot now. If you want to switch back to the... Nope. I'm gonna burn it. Hey, Misty.
I think that's really good. There's some bacon fat.
Yeah, that is some bacon fat. If you have kids in the house, like little, not teenagers necessarily, but little, always turn your
Handles
handles
see the
away.
handle.
Yeah.
They can't see the handle on that one. They can see the handle on the other one.
On this one?
Yep.
Yeah, don't do what I do. Turn your handles away if you've got littles, otherwise you're liable to grab it.
If you've got chilies in your house, don't worry about it. They can do whatever.
Don't worry about it. Oh my god, this is so good. It's hot, but it's good.
I have the same microphone, it's just really sizzling and crackling tonight because we have all that pork and then that beef.
Alright, so these onions are going to take a while to fry. I'm going to get them in first.
Yeah.
And get them going. One thing I will say about these half moon shapes, they fry faster. Because they're thinner. So
They're so important to the chili.
Yeah, they do. Our meatballs will be served with fried potatoes and red cabbage. If you have kohlrabi or like kohlrabi, you could do that with carrots. Or there's a really good German kohlrabi with cream sauce recipe. I'll do that another night. I'm going to cut these guys because I don't want them to be like too.
Yeah, we want to simple.
Yeah. Too
Yeah,
done.
because I don't see the sweet inside of that one.
No, that is a nice char on this. And if they're not getting done fast enough on the inside for you, turn the heat down and let them cook the west. The west is the way through. Yeah, so you can run any more here.
Slow rolling.
Yeah, and once you get the char on them, there's a whole lot of grease here. I'm not so sure I would put that in the oven necessarily, but if you've got leaner meat, you could.
No, it has way too much grease in that.
Yeah. That is light my oven on fire.
Yeah. We don't want that.
No. Ooh, bacon fat. Bacon fat and onions. It's one of my favorite smell combinations.
I like sausage and beef.
Now, the other thing you could do, guys, if you wanted to be a little bit more resourceful, these are frying. There's a whole lot of meat drippings here. Use that to fry your potatoes in.
To do that, yeah.
And be super duper careful if you have a gas stove.
Everybody says you're supposed to turn everything off.
Yeah.
When you do that. Yeah. I saw how much you did that.
I know you did. Saw how much I did that.
Yeah, I was paying attention. Thinking of
Wait
myself.
for me to have a worst cooks in America moment where it goes.
Yeah. I was hoping it didn't happen because I don't have a lid around here to put it out with.
There's pans down there. Will you fix me another beer, Barkeep?
You want a summer or a traditional?
Summer.
Okay.
Holy moly, so now you guys get to watch me cook. Once these get a little bit translucent, then I'll throw the potatoes in here. And then we will make the horseradish sauce. I turned the meat down to low and then just let it cook. And in fact, I don't have a lid big enough for that. And you can put a lid on it and let them steam the rest of the way.
There you go.
Okay. Because here, all we're looking for with potatoes is a crispy on the outside.
Keeps the hot or line to go from it.
You know what? It really does. And that schlafly is really good.
Yeah.
With this.
With this.
Yeah.
Without this.
It was okay, but this is really good.
Yeah. You got to use quality beer. You got to use quality booze.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's so far that you can afford what you can afford, but it's but that's a good combination there, Schlafly. And no, Schlafly, unfortunately, did not sponsor tonight's episode.
No.
Stick that beer up in the camera, though. They might.
Neither did Gosling or
out.
Sprite either.
No, right.
This is what we used.
They might get a shout out on the airwaves.
Schlafly. Pale ale.
All right. Well, now because my potatoes are already cooked, I'm not going to move them around a lot once I get them in here.
They'll disintegrate.
They'll disintegrate. Which is why I'm using a ginormous frying pan here. And yeah, I cook up
the salt those potatoes.
I'll salt them when I get them all in here.
I'm just curious. I know that potatoes really like salt.
Potatoes soak up the salt.
They do. I've heard that over time on a couple of different areas, from a couple of different people.
I'm trying desperately to remember the name of fried potatoes, and is Aunt Steph watching?
I don't know.
And I can remember the brat part. They're bratkartoffeln or something. I cannot remember.
Kartoffels or something like that.
No, they're okay. I'm out of space here, so
that's what we're getting then. We're just shy of Rachel's number.
Yeah, right. Okay, that works. I'm not sure about it. Salt. I'm looking for the salt. I buried it here. Use more or less salt to your liking. I'm going to tempt these guys one more time because I'm really not wanting them to burn on the other side. Oh, they're good. Okay, it's probably pretty dense. Oh yeah, they're good.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, we're good.
Ready to get a serving plate?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make our horseradish sauce. Okay, so when I pick these guys up, and I said they're pretty dense. If you squeeze them and they don't give, then they're done. If you squeeze them and they still kind of get gushy and give a little bit, like a really soft pillow, then they need a little bit more time. They will hold really well in the oven. They're good cold. They're good picnic food.
They're good breakfast food.
Good breakfast food. Horseradish cream sauce.
Horseradish cream sauce.
Milk and sour cream, please. And said I was going to keep this one for the dog. It's really difficult.
There you go.
Yep. Sour cream.
I'm looking for it.
Very bottom, very bottom, very bottom. Okay. I don't have a whole lot of sour cream left. I noticed. There's half a cup.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Oh, do I have more?
You do.
Oh, I have more. Yay. Okay.
You're handing the milk now.
Yeah, I was going to use milk to extend my sour cream, but my husband has found another one that I purchased and don't remember.
You do that a lot.
Well, I do. Here, you got it? Hold, please. Yay! So excited.
That milk.
It's right behind you. All right. We're going to use sour cream. This is kind of a cheap recipe here. And
Cheap or cheap?
cheap. I need the sweet German mustard, please. Okay. I'm gonna make about, I don't know, half a cup. Good.
The other tube?
Yeah, that was fine. Thank you. We're going to put a heaping dose of horseradish in here. So that's roughly half a cup, maybe a little more sour cream. A good, oh, shitsy. That's garlic. We're gonna use it too.
Oh, sweet.
Where's the horseradish?
Ooh.
I meant to.
Right there, I see.
There it is. Okay. A new spoon. And more or less, depending on how much you like, guys, I'm going to do a tablespoon because we really like our horseradish in this house.
Oh, yeah.
And sweet mustard to balance it out. Give it a little more sweetness to it. Full salt and white pepper. Would you flip the... Can you flip these, please?
What?
The potatoes.
Yeah, no, I'll stir.
Okay, you stir. Salt and white pepper. Or, yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Do you have white pepper already?
I did. You're good to stir.
I'm stirring.
Because I didn't want these to get too brown on the underside. Yeah, a couple of these got away from me though.
All right, you want to...
Okay.
That's fine. Looks beautiful.
No, I know. They're fine. There's a couple little...
Mm-hmm.
The ones that were right over the burner. But the rest of them are fine.
Now you can turn it back to this camera.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, so they didn't see what you were doing.
Oh,
They were watching the taters.
sorry guys. There's what we were doing.
Oh, man.
Oh, I know what we forgot to do.
What?
That microphone is picking up that right there because
Are you sure?
we forgot to turn things on, even though our mics are on.
Oh,
So,
well,
with all of the microphones and the webcams, apparently that didn't throw us off too bad.
yeah.
That's a big
So
O.
that's the only thing that's been broadcast in this, huh?
Probably, yeah,
Wow.
as far as the microphone's concerned. Interesting. I just noticed that. All right, guys. That's all she wrote.
That's it. That's good.
Oh, yeah. That worked.
So we want to turn this off the heat?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna. How many of those do you want?
How many, what, these?
Yeah.
Let's start with 2.
Okay.
We're going to end here shortly?
We're going to get you some potatoes.
Okay. Okay, for that one. Oh, you want to, I can show my plate. There you
I've got one
push my
burned
plate
somewhere.
forward. People can see it. There's my plate.
Yeah, here. Hold on.
Oh, look at that.
Here we go. Mushroom cream sauce. Mushroom. Good
Uh,
Lord,
oh.
horseradish.
Horseradish
Cream sauce. Oh, they can't see it now.
Oh, hold on. There they go.
And Jeff Davis, Chili Davis, doesn't like red cabbage, so
Nope.
there you go, babe.
That's my plate right there.
Okay. That's all. He's already headed to the dinner table. You don't have a fork yet, though. All right, guys, that is it. So, German meatballs. Ooh, in my eyeball.
Yeah.
And
shandies.
Shandies, and fried potatoes, and red cabbage straight from the fatherland.
Yep.
There we have it.
That's it, folks. Enjoy your night.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next Thursday. See you guys later.